So, Grandma, why don't you tell me about when Aunt Kathy was born?
Yeah, she was born in Marquette, Michigan in 1959
Oh,
and at the hospital. And um, two nurses brought this baby in. And I looked and I said, well, this isn't my daughter. And they looked, they were really shocked and they looked at the tag and it said, baby girl Karen, and they said, yeah, this is your baby. I said, well, the other two that I had were bald and she had so much hair, black hair. So I said, oh, okay. So,
so you meant the tag hat said baby Kathy on it, not Karen, right?
what's that?
You said the tag said baby Karen, but you mean baby Kathy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Just to clarify.
yeah.
Okay. So then you brought her home. And what
Mhm.
was it like having three kids at home now? How much change would you say?
It was pretty hard because they were all little, and so it was really pretty hard taking care of all of them. And I remember though that we did move to uh, it was Paul's sister's place. No, Paul's where his dad lived, and I remember when we moved there, and there was all of us slept in one room upstairs. Remember that? And everything seemed to go pretty well, and then we moved again.
Okay. So I know for a while, you sent Aunt Kathy and Aunt Kelly they had to go live with someone else for a little bit, right? Growing up?
Oh, let's see.
I don't remember the details exactly.
I don't remember the details of that now.
It was like they had to go live with your sister or somebody not your sister, but all I know is they did not enjoy it.
Kathy and Kelly.
Yeah, they had to go somewhere and they did not enjoy.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about now?
yeah. Yeah, that was, let's see, in Lower Michigan. And, yeah, they had to go there for a while, and, they didn't enjoy being away from the family.
What do you remember the reason why you had to send them down there? Where you guys was you gonna take care of all the kids or?
Went down there to, well, my daughter Karen had, we took her to the hospital down there. It was a special hospital. And that's when I remember the kids had to go because I couldn't be both places at once, taking care of the kids and then being at the hospital. So they went to, it was my aunt's for a while.
That's who it was. Okay.
Yeah.
But then, and eventually, eventually they all came back home, and then you all moved to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
So do you remember? So I guess during that time, Kathy would have been around in high school.
Mm-mm.
So do you remember Kathy in high school? What she was like? Like, how was Kathy, growing up in the teenage years, which are kind of the
Yeah, she was
scary years, so to speak,
just like any other teenager, I guess, she wasn't a bad kid or anything. We just, we just had,
Never got caught sneaking out or anything like that?
um, when she was younger, she did sneak out. But
Oh.
when she was older, you know, she was okay and everything. And I remember she worked at the hospital, and
Wasn't she a candy striper?
actually she was for a while. Yeah. And then it seems like no matter where we went, Kathy worked at a hospital. Cause we went down to the coast when we lived at the coast and stuff for a while.
Oh, I didn't know you lived at the coast.
Yeah, lived at the coast for a while, and
Which city on the coast did you guys live in?
you know, I don't remember right now.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, yeah, we lived down there for a while, and like I said, she always seemed to end up working at a hospital, you know. And to this day, she works at a hospital.
Yeah.
She's always been at the hospital girl.
So then when did she meet Dan? Do you remember her meeting Dan? Or starting to go out with Dan?
Yeah, actually, it was right up the street from us. There was this church, and
Was this when you were living in Beaverton or on the?
yeah, in Beaverton.
Okay.
And we went up to the church. I remember. I forget exactly what that was all about, but anyway, we went up there, and she met Dan at the church. That's the church he went to, Beaverton Christian Church.
Oh, okay.
And so they went, you know, together for a while and everything, and then they got married.
And so did Dan come and ask your permission to ask Kathy to marry him?
He actually asked Rod, who
Oh.
was my husband,
Yeah.
at the time, and Rod asked him some questions, you know, about what his plans were and all that, and so they talked and everything, and so he finally said, okay, you know, they can get married and everything, and so they did get married at that church where he went to.
Of the same church that they met, and that's where they got married?
Yeah.
So do you remember the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
How was the wedding?
Well, it was a beautiful wedding. Let's see. I can't remember a whole lot about it. I just know it was just,
Yeah, the day goes by pretty quick, right?
yeah.
And then Alicia was born. Then they had Alicia.
Yeah, then Alicia was born, and we were all excited, you know, that was the first one in the family and stuff. So she was a good little kid. And then Karen was born, and the year all you guys. I had all those grandchildren all at the same time, it seemed like.
And you went from 0 to like 3 in like a year or something, or 4 in a year, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, so anyways, yeah, it was a good thing, and then Dan died, you know.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah. Which was very hard. It's hard on everybody, you know. Especially Kathy and the two girls who loved their dad, and she loved him so much, so it was a hard thing for her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all liked Dan a lot. He was such a likable person. He was a lot of fun and everything, you know. Always made us laugh and stuff. So it was very sad when he died.
Yeah.
So
So any final your final thoughts on Kathy as a daughter?
No.
Yeah, how, your thoughts about Kathy as a daughter as a whole, like how you know, what would you like to say about Kathy? I guess.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, like
Yeah, well, like I said, I like my Kathy, but love my Kathy Marie. That's what we called her. we
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I should have
we
asked.
like to do things together and everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, she likes to come over and help you, or she comes over and helps you set up for like Christmas, right?
she does. She's so good at organizing everything, and she likes to, set things out. And Alicia takes after her too, because they both like to do that, And so, yeah, Kathy and I are very close together and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then I guess one little question that I should have asked at the start is, how did you choose to name Kathy?
oh, yeah, I always liked the name Kathy. And, I can remember, when I was gonna name her Kathy, and the nuns, I remember we were all Catholic, and they said, she has to be named Kathleen, or she came home crying one day, Kathy did, and I said, what's the matter? She said, Sister said I have to be named Kathleen or Catherine, and I said, what? So I went, and talked to the nun, and I said, her name is Kathy Marie. It isn't Catherine. She said, and I remember the nun said, well, she shouldn't just have a name Kathy. It should be Catherine or Ken. I said, well, that's the way it is.
Yeah. Why do they care?
Yeah, I know.
Kind of seems like that was the whole nun shtick, is to care about things that they have no business. That's none of their business.
Yeah, I know. So, anyway, so that's why, I named her Kathy, because I
You just
love
the name?
that name,
Yeah.
Kathy Marie.